Russ, do you believe me?
Yes, yes.
Don't say yes if you don't mean it, because I know I'd have a hard time believing your innocence if I found you in a hotel room alone with some girl. But really, David was just sleeping on the couch.
I believe you, Kate.
I got so mad at him after you left.
Mad?
Yeah, the way he acted. I mean, he should have explained everything to you himself.
Yeah, I think he should explain. Sure.
I know that my being in New York so much, I know it's not good for us, especially you. Honey, you can trust me. You're the only man I want, and the only man that I have.
Babe, you're the only woman I want, and the only one I have. You do believe that, don't you?
Does the commissioner have time to see his daughter?
Always.
Hi.
How are you, honey?
Oh, busy. Finals are coming up. Oh,
Here, sit down.
thank you. So,
You'll have that degree in no time.
Dad, I can hardly believe it.
Your mom would be proud. And to what do I owe the honor of this visit? Need a few bucks?
As a matter of fact, no. Dad, I haven't seen you the last couple of weeks. I missed you.
Oh, things are looking up. Didn't your roommate tell I called last Wednesday about how you were doing?
No. Did she ask about Gil?
Well, sure. Why doesn't he like her?
Well, probably because she doesn't like him.
Oh.
Besides, Pam's not wild enough for him.
Oh. Have you made any decisions about what you're going to do after college?
Not yet. That's what I want to talk to you about.
Any other job offers?
One is a commercial artist in Fort Worth.
Texas?
No, Alaska, Dad.
How dumb I am.
I'm kidding. I hear it's a nice place.
Yeah, but it's kind of far.
Well, that's what I thought. But they pay $25,000 a year.
Wow, not too bad for a girl right out of college.
But with a degree in marketing, I thought I might do better. I don't know, maybe if I wait.
Well, those other jobs didn't offer that much. Where were they?
Oh, Philadelphia, Tulsa, and Atlanta. But they all offered under 20.
Well, you know, Mary Ann, money's not everything. Where would you be happiest?
I don't know. But I've got to make a decision soon.
Well, have you prayed about it?
Yes. But I still don't know which one the Lord would have me take.
Well, don't worry about it. The Lord will show you his way when he's ready.
I was hoping you could help me, Dad.
Oh, you want my opinion, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Move back home for a while and come to work for Prescott Development.
But it was your idea that I have my own apartment
Yeah.
and apply for jobs all over the country.
I don't believe in limiting opportunity, but there's nothing wrong in waiting until we're sure that we know what we want.
But move back home?
Why not? Your own apartment taught you responsibilities. It gave you a life of your own. I think you're ready to move back home.
Oh, you do you?
Yes. And besides, Prescott Development could use a smart girl like you with your talents. In the public relations department to handle the advertising end of things. So you see, my motives are not strictly unselfish.
I'll think about it.
All right. And while you're thinking about it, why, how about having dinner tonight with the old dad?
Okay.
I've got something that I want your opinion on.
Oh.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Thought I saw Charlie Cameron. Owes me 10.
Here I am, pouring out my heart to you in an apology, and Charlie gets more attention than I do.
I'm sorry, it wasn't him.
Russ? Do you believe me?
Yes, yes.
Don't say yes if you don't mean it, because I know I'd have a hard time believing your innocence if I found you in a hotel room alone with some girl. But really, David was just sleeping on the couch.
I believe you, Kate.
I got so mad at him after you left.
Mad?
Yeah, the way he acted. I mean, he should have explained everything to you himself.
Yeah, I think he should explain. Sure.
I know that my being in New York so much, I know it's not good for us, especially you. Honey, you can trust me. You're the only man I want and the only man that I have.
Babe. You're the only babe that I want. You're the only person that I love. You do believe that, don't you?
Well, you never gave me a reason to doubt you. Of course, one time I was jealous of Lori for a little while. I'm not anymore.
Good. It's a little warm in here, isn't it?
No, I'm fine.
Yeah, well, my metabolism is just a little bit different from yours. I think I'll go ask Herbie to turn the air conditioning on.
Why bother? Why don't we just go home and make it?
Russ,
Hi,
Sheila,
Sheila.
you're Becky Hewitt. I mean Becky Weaver, aren't you?
Yeah.
I thought I recognized you. I just wanted to tell you that I saw you at the Tiger's Paw on New Year's. You were great. Congratulations on your growing career.
Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I've been very lucky.
I'm sure it's more than luck. Your stage name is Hewitt?
That's my maiden name. I guess you know Russ, my husband.
Yes, we've met. I guess he's the lucky one.
Yeah, he's got me and I've got him.
Well, it was nice to meet you, Becky.
You too.
Russ?
Bye.
Was she in one of your classes or something?
Yeah, I think she's the one.
She's a little young to be a pre-med student, isn't she?
She's a lot smarter than she looks.
Hi,
Oh, Terry, how are you? Come in.
Good to see you.
Oh, I hate that you come in and find my house in such a shape like this.
Oh, don't apologize. In fact, that's why I dropped by.
Oh, let me see if I can't clear a little place for us to sit in. All these workmen. They just take off when it's quitting time and leave all this mess for us. I'm gonna have to speak to Leon about this.
I've never seen you this flustered.
Oh, my house has never been in this kind of a shape, Terry. Do you know plaster even fell into my food while I was cooking? I'm telling you, I'm gonna have to move that kitchen table in here if we're gonna be able to eat. Matter of fact, if I can get to the stove to cook.
Listen, I think I may have the solution to your problem. Mother's house.
Oh, Terry, that's very thoughtful of you, but we couldn't impose like that.
No. It's no imposition at all. The house is empty, and it would be a blessing to me to have you there looking after it.
Oh, I don't know.
I insist.
Say yes, Mama.
Carla! Oh, it's so good to have you home.
It's good to be home.
Oh, you look so sophisticated.
Oh, it's her hair.
That's it. Oh, Ione's told me how successful you've been.
Oh, well, that's over and done with. Mama's told you I'm back to stay?
A lot can happen in 2 years.
I know I've disappointed a lot of people when I left.
Well, you're back now, and that's all that matters.
And I've got a lot of catching up to do.
And staying in Mother's house will give us a chance to do that.
Terry, are you sure?
Yes, absolutely and positively. I'll be hurt if you don't.
Well, thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. What are you two doing behind my back, huh?
She even offered me money.
That is strange.
She asked me a lot of personal questions, too. I don't understand her.
She must be very interested in you.
Too interested, if you ask me. You know, I thought all judges did all day was sit behind a big desk and deal out punishment.
My father was a judge until he retired. Believe me, there's a lot more than just what you see in the courtroom. Oh, boy. More bills.
The way she looks at me, it makes me feel funny, like she can see right through me.
This can't be. There must be some mistake. San Francisco, Denver, Chicago, New Orleans.
I'm gonna go check on Jenny.
Jill, are all these long-distance calls yours?
I don't know. Maybe. I made a few.
A few? This bill is over $200. There must be 20 calls listed here all over the country.
I didn't know I made that many.
What did you do? Call all your friends when we weren't home?
Not exactly.
Well, here it is in black and white. Jill, I can't believe this. Just who did you think was going to pay for this?
I was gonna get a job before the bill came in.
Really? Well, maybe you were just planning to leave town before we found out.
Well, maybe before, but not now.
Jill, after all we have done for you, and you do something like this, you know that we don't have this kind of money.
I'll pay for it.
Oh, really? How?
I'll get a job.
Where?
Okay, I won't pay for it. I'll just leave.
Oh, that'll solve everything.
Well, it'll get you and the nosy judge and the rest of the world off my back.
You can't blame this on anyone but yourself. You're the one who made the calls.
Big deal. You make this sound like I robbed a bank.
Making calls on someone else's phone is wrong.
Okay. Sue me, if you can find me.
You're not going anywhere. For once in your life, you are going to stay somewhere long enough to accept some responsibility.
Lose you tonight.
You think I'd run away or something? Huh?
Oh, babe, I missed you.
I wish I could spend more than one night here.
Yeah, me too, but we'll just have to make the best of it.
I'm so sorry about New York.
Hey, it's over.
Came all the way to New York to be with me and everything backfired, huh?
Yeah, it's supposed to be a secret, supposed to surprise you.
Yeah, well, you did. I would have loved to dine and dance with you in the Big Apple.
Yeah, with Cohen looking over our shoulder all the time. No thanks, I'd like you right here with me.
You know, David was pretty angry with me for coming, but I had to anyway.
Good. Now you know what it's like to see you leave.
I want you to remember one thing. My career is very important to me, but I would never further it by sleeping with anyone. Russ, that's a privilege you and I share, honey.
Yeah, babe, listen, I thought that we already agreed to not talk about that anymore, okay? Remember?
Yeah.
Okay. One more thing.
What?
From now on, Cohen can stay in his own room.
It's a deal. I learned my lesson. It's perfect timing.
Every time.
What do you think it is, huh?
It's probably just a salesman. Tell you what, I'll go get it. You go on and slip in
I'll
some
wait.
more coffee.
I'll
No,
wait.
babe, but listen, I'll go get it. I'll get rid of him, okay?
I'll get rid of them. I'll get rid of them. David.
Oh, I should have known.
Sorry to barge in on your little night together, kids.
Bet you are.
What are you doing here?
I tried calling first, unlike some people I know, but there's no answer.
So you decided to bring the message by carrier pigeon. In person.
Something very significant's come up. Go pack your bags.
David, I told you I'm spending the night with Russ. Here.
Not if you care anything about your career.
You know, it really bothers you that we spend an uninterrupted night together, doesn't it?
Music Beat magazine wants to interview you tomorrow morning at 10.
Music Beat magazine?
Music Beat with their own photographer. That means makeup and wardrobe bright and early.
She'll just have to catch an earlier flight. Good night.
Get up 4 o'clock in the morning after a night with you? No way. This is it, Becky. The shift into high gear is now. Let's go.
Can you believe it? We're actually going to be out from under all this mess.
The sooner the better as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, after tonight, we'll be able to eat something that doesn't taste like paint.
Or wallpaper paste.
You know something? I think that's what I used in the pancakes this morning.
The truth be known, I think you're right.
Oh, Mama. Well, what do you think Gene's reaction is going to be?
Oh, I'm sure he'll be happy.
But
But what?
Well, I think we should have called him to ask his opinion before we told Terry yes.
You know, I think you're right, but I don't see any reason why Gene would refuse. But maybe you ought to give him a call.
Well, what if he says no?
Oh, he won't. Right now, you could ask Gene anything and he wouldn't refuse.
Be right back.
Gene? Hi. Oh, just fine. Listen, Terry Davidson was by and she brought some good news. Well, yes, how did you know? Oh? Well, what do you say? Great. Okay, see you soon, love. Bye-bye. You said yes?
I told you he'd agree.
Mama knows best?
Mm-hmm.
I thought things were getting better between you and Jill.
They were, until this.
Oh, Liz.
There's over $200 there in long-distance calls.
All of them Jill's?
Every one of them.
Oh, this explains the long-distance call to Denver on my bill.
Oh, she didn't.
I was going to ask Peter about it later, and then I remembered one time I came home from work and there was Jill on the phone.
I'm sorry, Terry. We'll pay for it.
No, don't worry about it. It's not that much. Listen, have you told Jeff?
No, I dread telling him.
No. How did Jill explain herself?
She feels that the whole world is against her. She's threatened to leave.
Oh, no. Well, I hope she doesn't mean it.
Well, that's certainly been her pattern in the past, when any time anything got rough. I tried talking to her, when I calmed down.
Well, now, did she listen to you?
Oh, I don't know, Terry. I mean, I'm upset about the bill, but I don't want her to leave. We'll manage to pay it somehow. This really hasn't been Jill's day. She was upset after her visit to Judge Slaymaker, too.
How's that?
Well, she said that the judge asked her a lot of personal questions, and she even offered her money for school. Isn't that odd?
With no explanation?
Well, none that I know of. I went to talk to Judge Slaymaker myself yesterday, and she asked a lot of personal questions about Jill, too, but offering her money is beyond my comprehension.
Well, I'm sure she only wants to help, but maybe you should ask the judge about her interest in Jill yourself.
I think I will.
Maybe she can have some influence on Jill concerning this phone bill.
Well, I don't want to drag the judge into our personal problems.
Well, you said that she's already asked several personal questions. I have a feeling that she'd want to know, especially if Jill's threatened to leave.
Hollister Mall and the new wing at Kingsley General.
Yep, in addition to 6 smaller projects that are being done at the same time.
Well, I'm impressed.
And we're waiting on the answer for 2 more bids.
Yeah, and we're still waiting for Gil.
Oh, he'll be...
No, I shouldn't complain. I'm glad he can make it.
Well, sure, he agreed to pass up that important appointment when I told him we had important family matters to discuss.
Yeah, I wonder what her name is.
Hello.
Oh, glad you could come, big brother.
Well, I had to make a major shift in my nocturnal schedule, but you make sacrifices for family, right?
Exactly. Good choice of words, Gil, because that's exactly what I wanted to talk to you 2 about. Sacrifices.
What do you mean?
Well, I've been debating on whether or not to run for county commissioner's office again, and I've almost reached a decision. But it's going to be up to you 2.
Well, you know how we feel, Dad.
We want what you want.
Well, thanks. You've always been supportive in the past, but this time it's going to be a little bit different.
How?
Well, the competition's going to be stiffer, for one thing. You heard about what happened to Slaymaker.
You said he'd end up in prison one day.
Yeah, but he ended up there a lot quicker than I thought, and right before the elections.
It wouldn't be easier on you, though, without Commissioner Slaymaker causing you problems.
Yeah.
On the contrary, good men will spring up to take his place and mine.
Dad, you are the best commissioner this town has ever had. People know your reputation.
Thanks, son. But it takes a lot more than a reputation sometimes to win an election. It takes good, hard campaigning.
Yeah, but how does your decision to run involve us?
Yeah.
Well, a major campaign, it calls for a lot of hard work and a lot of time. Now, the hard work is in the actual campaigning, and that's where you'll come in, Marianne. The time will be that I spend doing the actual campaigning versus the time I would spend on the job. And that's where you come in, Gil. It's a family decision.
Never been home long enough to unpack.
Russ, I'm sorry. I tried.
It's not hard enough.
Come on, will you please be reasonable?
Oh, it's unreasonable for me to expect my wife to spend one whole night with me?
No, but... Russ, this is a very important interview for my career. You know
well,
that.
maybe you spending the night with me tonight is important to our marriage. It happens the same way every time. Just when I've got you, even for one night, Cohen snaps his fingers, man, and you just jump right back to New York.
Cohen is calling the shots. Russ, I can't turn back now. Come on, honey, I've come so far.
And I don't like spending a lot of the time alone in this apartment. In a place that reminds me of the guy who's calling the shots in this marriage.
Well, it's not gonna be like this forever. Come on.
Babe, we have got troubles, you know what I'm saying?
No, we love each other, and there's nothing that love can't solve. That's David. I gotta go.
Well, forget David. Come on now. We gotta talk.
Russ,
Let him wait.
I don't have time. You know that. Now, honey, I'll call you when I get there, and then we'll talk, okay? I gotta go.
You don't have time, remember? Hey,